Disney's Animal Kingdom is about to undergo a big transformation. DinoLand U.S.A. will be closing and turned into the tropical Americas. Today, I'm saying my goodbyes to this often misunderstood land. I'll spend some time in the boneyard, I'll visit Chester and Hester's Dino-Rama, and explore some of the unique details hidden throughout the land before it goes away forever. The countdown to extinction for DinoLand U.S.A. is on.
The thing about DinoLand U.S.A. is that it's often divided fans, and it's kind of easy to see why. The Dino-Rama section, it looks like this, sort of cheesy roadside attraction, and it's in big contrast to the other side of DinoLand where Dinosaur is. But there's this really layered backstory tied to DinoLand, and I think once you know it, it kind of puts that entire land in a completely different perspective. All right, so as I make my way over to DinoLand, I should mention that the entire land isn't closing just yet. Disney's closing it in phases. So the first round of closures will include Triceratop Spin, Fossil Fun Games, and Chester and Hester's Dinosaur Treasures. The last day for those experiences is January 12th. The Boneyard Play Area, Dinosaur, Restaurantosaurus, Dinobite Snacks, and Trilobites will remain open for now. And Disney already said that Dinosaur will remain open through the rest of 2025. So we still have time for that. So before I get too far into DinoLand, I do want to share the backstory of this land, just very briefly, because this land is filled with so many details and Easter eggs that I think a lot of people overlook or a lot of people don't know about. And so I think sharing the backstory will provide some context to a lot of things I'm going to point out as I'm making my way around the land. So, story time.
DinoLand U.S.A. is set in the fictional place of Diggs County, a quiet area along U.S. Highway 498. Everything changed in 1947 when an amateur fossil hunter discovered dinosaur bones. Soon, scientists, paleontologists, and other fossil hunters were flocking to the area, hoping to make their own discoveries. They took over a nearby fishing lodge, which became the first version of the Dino Institute. It was later turned into a restaurant and run by the college students who lived there. Tourists would visit Diggs County to learn more about the dinosaur discoveries and to see the excavations happening at the boneyard. An elderly couple, Chester and Hester, decided to capitalize on the tourism boom by turning their gas station into a dinosaur-themed gift shop and the parking lot into a roadside attraction with carnival games and rides. Eventually, a new Dino Institute opened and offered exhibits and time tours.
They have this large Brachiosaurus replica right over what's called the Olden Gate Bridge. It's a replica of actual Brachiosaurus fossils that were found in Colorado back in 1900. And they even have a sign underneath the bridge that tells a little bit more about the replica as well as the fossils. So throughout DinoLand, there are these signs for Donald's Dino Bash. This is an overlay that was added in 2018. And it was to celebrate Donald discovering that his ancestors were dinosaurs. So he decided to throw a party. It's mostly meet and greets with Donald, Daisy, and Chip and Dale, and some decorations and banners up around the land. So one of the cool Easter eggs over here in DinoLand is this hand-drawn map of what DinoLand originally looked like. So you notice on the map there are attractions there that don't exist anymore, like Dinosaur Jubilee and the Fossil Preparation Lab. And here, this is where Dinosaur is, and it used to be called Countdown to Extinction. All right, so up next is the Boneyard, and this is one of the last large play areas in Disney World. There used to be a pretty big one over at Disney's Hollywood Studios. It was called Honey, I Shrunk the Kids Movie Set Adventure. I believe that was the full name, and I think it closed in like 2016, and that was to make way for Star Wars Galaxy's Edge. So the Boneyard is one of the last ones remaining, and it's a pretty massive play area. It's divided into two sections. There's a playground section with like slides and some things you can climb on, and then the other side is like the dig site where kids can, play with dirt and uncover a mammoth. So here's another Easter egg that ties to the backstory of DinoLand USA. Located right next to the boneyard is this billboard, and it has, right on the top of it, says established 1947. Of course, that's when the first fossils were discovered in Diggs County. And then right here it says, Dino Institute welcomes you. You are about to enter an active dinosaur dig site. The Dino Institute has opened this site for your enjoyment and to inspire children of all ages to learn more about the mysterious world of the dinosaurs. And this includes basically a diagram of the boneyard, the entire dig site. So there's so many details. Like again, caution, hard hats required. So scaffolding and signs. And then there's all these bones protruding from the rock work. They also have these signs here that tell you about the different dinosaur fossils. They also have these dinosaur prints here where if you step on them, you hear the dinosaur roar. Now we go upstairs, across this bridge here. So we get a closer look at the Brachiosaurus. This is the dig site, and you can kind of see the mammoth bones sticking out there. Now, normally I wouldn't visit the boneyard because I'm an adult and it's a kids' play area. But again, I'm visiting it today because I'm trying to take in the parts of this land that I rarely ever visit. All right, so here we are at Chester and Hester's Dino-Rama, which is made to look like a roadside attraction. It was set up in the parking lot because Chester and Hester saw an opportunity to capitalize on all the dino excitement that was happening after the discovery of the fossils. And then after passing under the sign for Chester and Hester, as you can see, there used to be a parking lot. The lines for the parking lot. And all these cracks here in the pavement. These are all on purpose. Disney Imagineering created these cracks to give it texture, to give it personality, to make it look realistic. You have Fossil Fun Games, which includes carnival-style games that you can win prizes. I haven't played one of these games in a while, but since I'm here, I might play one more time since it's going away very soon. I'm going to attempt to try to win a prize. I'm so bad at these games, but let's see how it goes. You have to try to get the balls into the colored holes there. I did not win. I was reminded why I don't play those games. They just take your money. Also, I'm bad at them, so I wasn't really expecting to win anything. Oh well. Let's get on Triceratop Spin. Wait is only 10 minutes. Here's another Easter egg sign for Diggs County, U.S. 498. Of course, 498 refers to April 1998. That's when Disney's Animal Kingdom first opened. There's more of the roadway here. Again, playing into the backstory that Chester and Hester opened up Dino-Rama in their parking lot. You see a sign here, it says Chester and Hester's Dino-Rama parking lot, $2. They went up from 50 cents. And here's a sign here for Diggs County. Welcome to Diggs County, where fossils are our way of life. Another sign here for the Dino Institute. And then right here in the corner of the Dino Institute sign, you can see Chester and Hester throwing a little jab at the Dino Institute. It says, but if you want some real fun, visit Chester and Hester's Dino-Rama. Rides, games, laughs. So over here, where the fencing is, this used to be Primeval World, which was a wild mouse spinning coaster. It closed in 2020. So here we have Chester and Hester's Dinosaur Treasures. This gift shop is packed with details that tie into the backstory of DinoLand. Again, this was a gas station owned by Chester and Hester, who decided to turn it into a dinosaur-themed gift shop to capitalize on all that dino business that was happening in Diggs County. And you can see so many references to that on the outside especially. You have the gas pumps, you have tires, you got hubcaps hanging from the ceiling, and all these signs out there, prehistorically low prices. Inside this gift shop is like sensory overload. There's so many things to see. Oh, they have the train running. It's always nice to see. There's like dinosaur figurines and toys and posters and photographs and signs. All sorts of stuff hanging from the ceilings, on the shelves. There's all these references to the fact that it used to be a gas station before it was turned into a gift shop. And then here's a photo of Chester and Hester, the owners of this establishment. Curious to know what Disney is going to do with all of these props once this area closes. Up next is Restaurantosaurus, and on the surface, it's just a restaurant that serves burgers and fries, you know, typical theme park food. But in relation to the DinoLand backstory, this is run by the students. So here, this is where the students would just hang out, and there are lawn chairs on the roof. There's faded soda cans. There's even bows and arrows, where I guess they're playing like a dart game. Now inside the restaurant, it's divided into different dining rooms that have different themes. So here in the main room, it's themed to what used to be the original lodge, but you can also find dinosaur fossils on display. There's also bulletin boards with newspaper clippings about dinosaurs and different discoveries, flyers for different events that are happening. There's even a collection of concept art from Fantasia, and there's also books and all sorts of other Easter eggs in the restaurant. One of the other dining rooms is themed more to a workshop, so you'll still find some more dinosaur fossils, but you'll also find some maps and some tools. And this is also where the dorms are. So up in the rafters, you'll see bunk beds and their clothes are hanging, and there's things like movie posters on the walls. And then right next to it, you have the hip joint dining room, and it basically looks like a retro, like 1950s diner. But this is also where the students hang out because it's kind of like a rec room. So there's puzzles on the shelves. There's also posters and framed comic book covers. There's a jukebox in the corner. They even have this booth here that's fashioned from a camper. Now on the other side of the restaurant is a dining room that looks like a garage. And there are these dinosaur paintings that look like they were made out of motor oil. There are also some more fossils and stuff in here and some more Easter eggs. And then right here on the other side is kind of its own separate thing. It's Restaurantosaurus Lounge, and you can get some cocktails and mocktails in here. You ever noticed that dinosaur weather vane on the top of Restaurantosaurus? I think this is the first time I've ever noticed that. So I'm gonna take a little peek at the Cretaceous Trail. It's a little walkthrough trail, but there's not really much to it. Currently, it's being used for the character meet and greets for Donald's Dino Bash, but there are some dinosaur sculptures right in the back here that you can look at. This one right over here has a hidden Mickey, so that's kind of cool. Okay, so here we are at the Dino Institute. Now, this one was established in 1978, and this is where Dinosaur is. Now, at the entrance of Dinosaur, you'll find a replica of Sue, and this is a unique little part of DinoLand here. Sue was the most complete T-Rex skeleton ever found. The real Sue is located in the Field Museum in Chicago. I do wonder where this Sue will end up once DinoLand closes. Now, before it was Dinosaur, this attraction was called Countdown to Extinction, but it was changed in 2000 to promote the movie Dinosaur. It was a CGI animated film. Disney basically revamped the ride, so it gave it a new name, Dinosaur. Also, the Styracosaurus that was in the front of the building was replaced with an iguanodon from the movie, and then clips from the movie were added to the pre-show. And there are also a few references to Countdown to Extinction in Dinosaur. Thing that the Dino Institute is known for is its time traveling technology, and when you go on the attraction you get to experience it. You board these CTX rovers, so CTX obviously is a reference to Countdown to Extinction, and you get to travel back in time. Now, inside the Dino Institute, there are fossils on display. So in this first room here, you'll see a couple of displays with different dinosaur fossils and then placards that tell you a little bit about those fossils. And then in the second room in the queue is where you'll find some murals that depict the dinosaurs and the meteor showers that wiped them out. And then Bill Nye, the science guy, provides some narration that tells you the story of the dinosaurs. There's also this globe here that shows Pangea, and then there's this rod that shows the path of the asteroid as well as the timeline.
Enjoyed those quaint exhibits in the old wing. That's how dinosaurs have been presented to the public since the study of fossils began over 150 years ago. Today, that bare bones approach is about to become extinct. In a perfect blending of science and technology, the Dino Institute has created the Time Rover, an amazing vehicle that will literally transport you to the age of the dinosaurs.
Hello there. Welcome to our little trans-dimensional joyride, folks. I'm Dr. Seeker, your friendly controller, and a heck of a paleontologist, if I do say so myself. But let's not talk about me. Let's talk about you, and how you can help me make history today with the Time Rover. It's like this. If I can bring you back from the Cretaceous period, it stands to reason that I can bring back a live dinosaur with you. And not just any dinosaur. Take a look at this guy. He's an iguanodon, and I'm certain that he is the key to understanding these magnificent creatures.
Now, our dino should be about here, at the very end of the Cretaceous period. That's where you're going today.
I've arrived, it seems, just in time to correct a little misstatement.
Dr. Marsh.
That is impossibly close to the giant asteroid impact that destroyed most life forms on Earth. Our tours are designed to take you to the early Cretaceous period. And I can assure you that all time rovers have been securely locked on those coordinates.
That's right. See?
Securely locked. Access denied.
Continue.
Oh, and one more thing. Those locked coordinates. We're in.
There's also a reference to Countdown to Extinction on the wall in the loading area. So here on the wall it says Sector CTX WDI AK98. So CTX again refers to Countdown to Extinction, WDI refers to Walt Disney Imagineering, AK is for Animal Kingdom, and 98 is the year in which Animal Kingdom opened. There's another Easter egg that's located in the loading area of Dinosaur, and this one's not a big secret at all. I think most people know this one. This one refers to the red, yellow, and white pipes with the writing on them. That writing is actually chemical formulas for ketchup, mustard, and mayonnaise, and this is a holdover from when the attraction was sponsored by McDonald's.
This is Seeker. Listen up. We've got to get in, grab the iguanodon, and get out before that asteroid hits. Let's roll. Let's go get that dino.
Polyramus.
Computer, full stop. Identify.
Carnotaurus.
Definitely not our dino. Go, go, go! That's it. Abort mission. Abort! Abort!
Asteroid impact.
Brace yourself! This is it! They're not gonna make it! They're not gonna make it!
Mission accomplished.
You made it! I knew you would.
And then at the end here, there's this video playing in the monitors. It shows the dinosaur that we brought back, kind of roaming the Dino Institute and wreaking havoc. I always forget to look up at that. I just kind of walk straight to the gift shop. Speaking of the gift shop, it also has a couple of fossils here on display. So again, you get a lot of theming in this attraction. As for what's next for DinoLand USA, once it closes, Disney will begin transforming it into Tropical Americas. There will be a section that has a large fountain and a carousel, and there will also be a large quick service restaurant, 2 new signature attractions. One is going to be themed to Encanto, and the other one's going to be themed to Indiana Jones. And Indiana Jones, of course, is replacing Dinosaur. Again, you still have time to visit Dinosaur, Restaurantosaurus, Dino Bite Snacks, and the Boneyard, because those don't have closing dates yet. But it's bye-bye for Dino-Rama, Triceratop Spin, Fossil Fun Games, and Chester and Hester's Dinosaur Treasures. So I'm glad I could come out and explore this land again and really take in all the details and really appreciate, you know, all the creativity and the backstory for this land, this misunderstood land. Of course, I'll be back at Animal Kingdom to ride Dinosaur many, many times before it closes, so I'm not worried about that. But honestly, I'm excited for what's next. So let me know in the comments, are you excited about Tropical Americas? Are you gonna miss DinoLand USA? If you enjoyed this video, like, comment, and subscribe. Thanks for watching.